How's everybody? A few of you that, well, half of you are here. May not go the whole time tonight. We'll see. I have mainly announcements, but I hope it's clarifications. First thing I want to talk about are team formation. I looked about midday, and only about half the class was signed up for teams. Some of you have told me there's been activities since then. I can check it. So there's 2 teams that aren't populated. If you're not on a team, assign yourself to one before Sunday. Sunday, I'm just going to fill them up with remaining bodies. Okay? It's important that you get on one and get to communicating with your people. See if I go into one. Looks like I've enabled the file exchange part, discussion board, blog, journal, wiki, email. Has anyone used all of those tools in a team setting?
Which one?
Well, I don't see IM on there. You can send email within your group. I think it stays within your group. Obviously, you can exchange files.
See that Blackboard IM tab over there? You can hit it and download it, and you can talk amongst each other and have a message board. No, that it does not have a camera.
And I've got that turned off. What did I do? How do I get that guy on there? Oh, it's the wrong place. I think the reason I had it turned off, I mean, I just turned it on, but every semester I get a shell. Someone thinks they're doing us a favor by putting all these things in here, and the last thing I have time to do is go through each one of these things and see if they're appropriate. I mean, you can see here there's instructions to the instructor. I've turned some of them off. I can see this one's not available. I don't have rubrics up yet or anything like that. Why would that be under Instant Messenger? Oh, it's not. Good. Yeah. So anyway, get on a team by Sunday, or you will be assigned. There are some built-in tools there. I enabled that instant messenger. I'm curious as to what tools people use. I mean, just for my own purposes. Okay. We'll talk a little bit about tools. Remember, obviously, I can see all the activity within the group. I can see within the group who's spending more time, that kind of thing. I'll probably share that with the whole team, at the end of the semester for your review. I don't know if you can see those things. You follow what I'm saying? I think I can go into your group and see who was in what part of the group section of Blackboard and for how long. I'm not saying that's the metric to go by, all right? If you use Instant Messenger, that's probably outside the shell. But anyway, I'll look at it, and I'll share it with your team, because remember, you're going to evaluate all the team members, and that's part of the grade. So that's kind of one announcement. The other, let's talk about tools. Talked a little bit about that last time. In the references section, I added another folder. I may clean this up eventually, but I've got a tools folder under references. And the first item I have there, this isn't as pressing as the takeoff software. I have instructions on how to attain and activate the Syncro scheduler. So keep in mind that I'm specifying that you use either Syncro or Primavera. It's probably going to be P6. I've already got a couple people who want to use P6, and that's fine. We talked about PlanSwift the other night. You can get a 14-day free trial. So that means if you're going to do takeoff, you've got to do it all by the time you activate your free trial for 14 days. I think it's a good idea. I like the software. I got the 14-day free trial on my desktop machine, not on this one, and I like the product. It's slick. I may like it. I better not. Well, I think I like it better than OnScreen, but that's just me. But this is very important that you know this. You may not want to use PlanSwift, but one thing it did when I used it kind of grabbed me. I don't know if OnScreen does this. You tell me. I'm going to give you your contract documents in two large PDF files. One's all the drawings, and one is the specs and the rest of the contract documents. So you've got drawings in one PDF file. All the different sheets are in one PDF. You navigate through it, which you can get pretty efficient at doing, but they're not separated. That's my point. And when I pulled that big file into PlanSwift, it separated them, each drawing, into a TIFF file. And you got to go into your hard drive and dig them out, but some of you may want to do that. If OnScreen does it, fine. Or if you know another application that does that, I'm all ears. I think if I have a tool that does it, that's free of cost, please let me know. I'll share it with the whole class. So when I pulled that big file into PlanSwift, I put up a screenshot of what it looks like and where to find it. So it installed by default in on my local drive. If you blow this up, I don't know if I can blow this up right now or not. Yeah, I can. I think. You can see it's in program files. It puts it by default into a PlanSwift 9 folder. There's a subfolder called Data, and then a subfolder underneath that called Storages, Local, Jobs, and then I just named mine 1. And these are all the pages. They're in folders themselves. So it's a pain in the ass to extract, but it's a free tool that does it. And if you want to work just on a few sheets and email them around to your team, I thought I would let you know about that. So you may not want to use PlanSwift, only to separate the files, if that's helpful. And you can use whatever you want for the on-screen takeoff. That make sense? You can probably use on-screen in PDF or TIFF. Does that make sense? Does it make sense while I'm showing you that? Okay. And thanks to Carlos, I've got the instructions on how to attain and activate on-screen takeoff. So you don't have to read dimension lines and slap them into the spreadsheet, which most of you would probably take 2 months to do. Okay, questions on that? Now you've got free tools to do quantity takeoff on these projects. I'm not going to share the contract documents until all the teams are formed. So Sunday or Monday, I'll assign each team one of 2 projects, and I'll make those available for your download. So, the key is to get acquainted with your team, figure out who's going to do what, and the first assignment will be that responsibility assignment matrix. I want to know what you planned on how to get all this work done. I'll probably Tuesday need to go over exactly what I'm going to require, so you can know more specifically what I'm going to want. I'm not sure I'll have detailed rubrics for each one, but you'll have a better idea beginning of next week, so you can plan. Questions? And as I come across things, I'll try to put them in this tools folder if there's something you can use. What other tools might you want to use? We talked a little bit about this, I asked this question the other night. I mean, obviously, most folks are probably going to use Excel spreadsheets to do the estimate, and that's fine. What was the product you showed me the other night?
RS means online.
RS means online, and it's how much?
40.
I've been calling software companies, estimating software companies, the last few days. And there's several issues why it's difficult to give you a tool. One is some of them see the value in providing educational licenses to students because they think, well, if you use it, you get familiar with it, and you may go out into the real world and request it at the company that you get hired on. Chances are they already have something they're using, but maybe a third of the graduates go out someplace that a lot of companies will hire you because they think you know about tech tools. I'm laughing, but not really. But some of them will want you to modernize some of their operations with new tools. So they give educational licenses. Sometimes those companies will give you free individual licenses, like the on-screen and the Synchro we're doing. Sometimes they'll make you pay for individual licenses. and I'm not really, I can't, I didn't start off with putting anything in the syllabus about that, so I'm not going to require anything. And then some will give free licenses, but they'll only give us those licenses if we put them on our servers for the computer labs. And that doesn't help our classmates that are online. So to be equitable, I'm not interested in computer lab licenses anymore. Period. Okay. It's not high tech to put a mechanism in a software application and have it time out after 30 days, 60 days. It's not a big deal, and if they can't do it or don't want to do it, we'll find something else. So anyway, that's part of the issue. And then one of the final issues is if I were to find an estimating application, I think the one that I would want is used to be made, it's called Success Estimator, and it used to be it used to be licensed by a company called US Cost, and they were bought out by a company called RIB, which I think is a German holding company. They also bought MC Squared or ICE 2000 a few years ago. So there's a lot of consolidation going on in the construction software application business. Trimble's buying up companies. Trimble owns WinEstimator now. So I can't get a lot of them to call me back. I do the online thing and ask. But the thing with Success Estimator, it's the only tool I know where all 4 or 5 team members could be estimating in the same job at the same time. If you get an individual license of HardDollar or WinEstimator, you're creating separate sets of data on each PC, and you better know the software damn well if you're going to try to merge them with 5 different files to make one job. Some of you, that's above your pay grade, okay? And it challenges me and others as well. So anyway, about the only thing I think I'm going to pursue is that Success Estimator. We have a little time yet, so we'll see how that goes. Just an update on that, but I wouldn't count on any breakthrough there. I think if I was in your shoes, I would, I'm not requiring it, but I'd consider that $40 RS Means online. It dumps out into a spreadsheet. I'd use it to get some cost data and then do my own thing in a worksheet. So then I'm thinking, all right, you're going to use worksheets. Can you collaborate in a worksheet if your whole team is spread out all over the country or the world? I'm asking. How? Google Docs. Yeah, but that was one sheet, right?
But you can share it on the drive, and you sit there and watch people work, and you keep changing it and saving it inside the drive.
Right. So you're talking about putting a folder up on Google Drive and giving your team members access to it, right? But that spreadsheet, have you ever compared it to Excel?
It's way different than Excel.
Different. It's way different than Excel. In what way?
I know, like you.
It's way less sophisticated.
Oh.
Has considerably fewer features. So I think that's up to your team to explore, but I wouldn't count on that for more than maybe one major part of a spreadsheet application, such as the work breakdown structure, like you're saying. That'd be a great way to do the work breakdown structure, because as different people updated it it updates in real time to all the team members. Then you can suck it down and save it as an Excel file or cut and paste it into whatever you want. So for simple things, it's really nice. But as far as some things you may want to do, as far as estimating goes, I don't know if it has the features that would make it worth it. That's just me. Does that make sense? And if you use it, your deliverables to me you'll be telling me whether you did or not, and if you used it successfully, I'm really wanting to know if you can or can't. Someone may do it. The other thing I wondered about, has anyone used OneDrive? I have Office 365, a personal version, like at home, and the university faculty have gone to Office 365. Have the students?
I talked to IT people.
The whole school is going to Office 365.
Yeah, but like
And so I think you can get Office products through the School of Construction, but right now it's not Office 365. It's like
Office presentation.
2013, which is pretty good stuff. This is 2013 right here. That's the latest desktop version, but Office 365 is a subscription-based model, and it has a very slightly different interface than this. The ribbons are all the same, and it's just more web-centric. But if you want to save a file, OneDrive is always built into it right there, and if I click that, it wants me to sign in with my Microsoft credentials, which I have and don't remember right now, or I would. But it says it'll push it to all these devices. What I don't know is if it updates in real time. Does anyone know?
I don't know as far as real time.
If it updates in real time, then now you have a very powerful tool to collaborate with the estimating on.
I think if you use the online, like maybe you should go choose the data document, and actually use Excel online rather than actually Microsoft Excel. I think you're
Okay.
There's just a change for it.
I may play with it, but you're going to see what I'm talking about when you start trying to do this stuff. Some of you that are on teams and you're local, you can USB drive to each other's machines and blah, blah, blah. But I would encourage you to maybe use one or the other and see how far it can take you. That's kind of the update on the software tools. I'll probably put a link to the RS Means up there just in case you want it. I don't know if the $40 is a big deal to everybody. Maybe you could pitch in, the teams could pitch in for one license. Who knows? Questions on that? Any of that? I also put an announcement out. I didn't set up the email notification of the announcement, but it says CDT certification exam sessions. And a week or so ago, I was talking to you about certifications. Typically, with a bachelor's degree, they require 4 years as a verifiable experience before you can set for a certification exam. This is not that way. And the School of Construction, this link takes you to the web page. And our web page, by the way, is a lot more robust than it used to be. It gets updated every day. There's job postings on there. I would start checking it out. But this link goes to this announcement that was made today. And basically, the CDT exam is a CSI, Construction Specifications Institute, sponsored certification, which stands for Construction Documents Technologist. and it wants you to understand all of the construction documents that are AIA-based, American Institute of Architects, associated with the construction life cycle. And so we're going to offer these study sessions here in this room on these dates for free, and we're going to stream them in real time. So if you're online and you're interested in this, the live stream links or URLs are on there. You will have to look at it. We're not archiving it because of copyright issues. But if you want to attend these training sessions for the exam, you can remotely on those dates. And they didn't put the time on there, did they? I think they put the time on there?
Yeah. 5:30 to 7:30.
Where does it say that?
Right in the middle of the page.
Tentative schedule Fridays from 5:30 to 7:30.
Thank you. So that's 5:30 to 7:30 Central Daylight Time for the online students. I think the study book, which is highly recommended, is like $25. And I think to sit for the exam, it's $105, I heard. I don't know exactly. It's not in this, but that's pretty reasonable costs and training. And when you pass the exam, you're certified. You don't need any industrial experience for this certification. So I always hear a lot of seniors say, "Well, I didn't sign up for this interview at Career Services, or I didn't approach the contractor or one of the construction organization attendees at the career fair because I don't have any construction experience." And that's a whole other topic, but if you can say expected graduation May 2015 with a bachelor's of science, or August 2015, and you have a certification, a CDT, that looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. I don't know what the pass rate is. I think it's less than 50%. That doesn't mean it's real hard. It just means some people probably don't have enough time to study. But it's fantastic stuff. I've sat in on some of these. What I don't know about is if you have to take the exam in Jackson, that's where it is for local people. I don't know if it can be proctored somewhere else for the online people, how that works. I don't think it's an online exam. Does it say who to contact on here with questions? For more information, and that's the generic School of Construction main office. So anyway, I think it's a dynamite thing, and wanted to make that announcement since this is senior project. I think this is also tied in with one of the ACT courses. This is they're required to. It may be their specifications and contracts class. I think this is part of their lectures. Part of the class is based around this exam, and students, to get that credit, have to take the exam, but they don't have to pass it. Okay. I wouldn't want to invest the time or the money, which is minimal, unless I plan on passing it. But everybody's different. Let's see. The only other announcement I have is I've got to put up a quiz. I haven't put it up yet, but there'll be a quiz Friday. I'll open it Friday, and it'll close Sunday night. Okay? And I put the scope up there. I believe it's 2 RPs and TCM 7.1. So we're just about to the starting gate with all this stuff. Comments, questions? Hope it's like this all semester then. All right, well, if not, that's all I have. Thank you.